On my last night here in this Karachi trip, I ended up going to Siroc, a Middle Eastern restaurant in East Street right next to Xander's. So far in this trip, I've had Italian, I've had Thai, I've had Desi, I've had Chinese, and I've even had some Salvadoran steak, which was amazing by the way. So on my last night, I wanted to try and have one last experiment before I went back to Islamabad.
Previously on Ministry of Food Affairs.
If you want to check out my loco review, you can check out this video right here. I'm headed there in about an hour and I can't wait to try it out because I've heard so much about it. So see you there, inshallah. ओके सो चेंज ऑफ प्लान्स। मेरी जो फ्रेंड है मेरे साथ जो कराची की ही रहने वाली हैं, उनको ये नहीं पता था कि लोको इज क्लोज्ड ऑन अ मंडे। अपेरेंटली यहाँ पे सम रेस्टोरेंट्स आर क्लोज्ड ऑन मंडेज, सो आई वाजंट एबल टू गो टू लोको येट अगेन, बट वी केम टू कुलेट इनिशियली। बट कुलेट के साथ ही देयर इज अ न्यू प्लेस दैट्स ओपनड अप, इट्स कॉल्ड सिरोक।
I don't think it's new anymore.
It's not new anymore, but mainly new because I'm coming to Karachi after 3 years. So we decided to come here and they have Lebanese cuisine. So I'm really excited to try it because मेरी मिर्चों से थोड़ी सी बस हुई हुई है. I've been having spicy food non-stop. Lebanese isn't super spicy. So let's see how it goes.
Okay, even though there was a change of plans, the minute I stepped into Siroc, I didn't regret not being able to go to Loco because I'm hooked to good restaurant interiors. A well-designed place with a well-thought-out exterior and interior just instantly puts me in a good mood. Not only were the furnishings and the decor very beautiful to look at, it also felt great to be in this place. Because remember how in literally every video from Karachi, I've talked about how noisy the restaurant was? Well, congratulations, Siroc. You are the winner of
the least noisy restaurant in Karachi so far.
And this has nothing to do with how crowded a restaurant is, by the way. I usually make an effort to go to restaurants at a time when they're going to be less crowded. But even then I've found that in some restaurants, even if there's a table that's occupied upstairs, I can still hear the noise downstairs. Even in larger restaurants, it can get super noisy if they're not designed right. Just these partitioned sections and these isolated nooks and corners make a huge difference. Rather than having a large, wide space, these carefully crafted sections not only offer privacy, but also help break up noises very well. Also, in their outdoor dining area downstairs, they had these water features which provided the most ambient sound to the area. In fact, let me unmute here and let you guys hear it. This sound muffled the noise of the other guests when the restaurant started filling up later. I would like to thank Siroc for not giving me the welcome headache I get every time I step into a restaurant. This video is not sponsored. I am full of genuine appreciation for their restaurant layout and design. So for our starter, we couldn't decide whether we wanted hummus or mutabal. There were so many options and we were really hungry. There were 2 of us and we were starving, so we went ahead and ordered a mixed mezze platter. Please keep in mind that their portions are very decent, so order accordingly. The mezze platter had hummus, falafel, baba ganoush, mutabal, mint labne, muhamra, this is something I haven't tried before, and olives and pickles. Guys, everything was great. I don't need to individually talk about all of the dips because they were all made to perfection. I really did not have any complaints, which is unusual for me when I'm having Middle Eastern food. It just goes to show when food is well made, even if it's something I don't normally prefer, I'll enjoy it a lot. But I do have to give a special mention to this dip called muhamra because it was the first time I had it. It's apparently Syrian, and although I've had plenty of Lebanese and Turkish dips, I've never had this Syrian one. It had walnuts and bell peppers in it, which is a very unusual combo, but it was packed with flavor. I absolutely loved it. If you don't want to order the entire platter, I would recommend you get the baba ganoush if you want to play it safe. But if you're feeling experimental and you want to try something different, definitely go with the muhamra. My friend who was with me doesn't eat mutton or lamb, and since this platter had a lot of food, it had to be something we could both eat, and hence it had to be a chicken platter. First up, the presentation was beautiful. Look at all the variety of kebabs and botis and those grilled vegetables. However, there was some confusion with regards to the content of this platter. The description said that it had rice, chicken chops, shish taouk, chicken adna kebab, some chicken kafta meshvi item that I've honestly never had before. All the other items I've eaten before and I can identify them, but this chicken kafta meshvi I could not. So this here is the rice, this is the shish taouk, these are the chicken chops, this is the grilled tomato, and this is the sauce. We're left with adna kebab and the chicken kafta mishvi something. Because I've eaten an adna kebab before, so I know these are probably the adna kebab since they're a minced meat kebab. But then we're left with the question, where is the chicken kafta meshvi? And it gets weirder when you read the description of chicken kafta meshvi because it says that it's a tender minced chicken kafta. So is this the chicken kafta and is this not a chicken adna? Or is one of these kebabs an adna kebab and the other is the chicken kafta meshvi? They don't look different, but let's see what the description for the adna kebab says. It says it's a hand-chopped chicken kebab mixed with red bell pepper and salt and spices. Honestly, I'm lost. All I know is that we were one item short, but because we were super hungry, we didn't even notice at that point. Now that I'm editing, I'm realizing, wow, they robbed me of a kebab. And wait, what is this item? These chicken wings. No, this was not the adna or the chicken kafta mishvi something. They never promised chicken wings in the description of this platter. So what did you do with my order, Siroc? First up, this unidentified kebab was my favorite item on the menu. Of course, it had to be the item that I did not know the name of. The unknown kebab was delicious. It was juicy and it was seasoned perfectly. It tasted just like an adna kebab, so I'm guessing maybe this was the adna kebab. And yes, both these kebabs tasted 100% the same, which means my kafta mishvi thing is what was missing. My second favorite item was the shish taouk. I've never had shish taouk which was this bright red in color. It was yummy for sure, it was super tender, it was marinated thoroughly, but the color was weird. It was this weird radioactive neon glowing red. Please go easy on the food color. The rice portion was quite generous as they had mentioned on their menu, so this was one less confusing thing for my overly literal brain to process. As for the chicken chops, I'll be honest, they were just okay. They tasted just like Pakistani chicken tikka if I'm completely honest, which is not a bad food item, just saying. Just that it felt out of place in this platter. It didn't really feel Middle Eastern. Ideally, yes, this should have been lamb chops, but as I've already mentioned, my friend does not eat lamb. The spices and the marination for these, they tasted like a regular Pakistani barbecue item, not a Middle Eastern one, which is what I was here paying for. And then these chicken wings, which I never really asked for, they were also okay. They also tasted like a desi barbecue item, nothing Middle Eastern about them. And lastly, the salad, the grilled tomatoes, the chilies, and all these sauces on the side, they were all great too, nothing wrong with any of them. But we are not done yet. If anyone from Siroc is watching this, you owe me a kebab or a kafta meshvi, something. I'm going to have to go back to Karachi and demand that you bring me my missing kebab. This is why everyone should take photos and videos of their food so you can gather evidence of any injustice committed against you. Even if you come to that realization days or weeks or months later. Siroc, you owe me either an explanation or a kebab.
So I just got done. The food was amazing. Everything was amazing. The place is beautiful. It's done beautifully. लेकिन सिर्फ एक बहुत बड़ा मसला था. There were so many mosquitoes कि यहाँ पे बैठना मुश्किल हो गया था. I would have loved to sit here a bit longer, maybe have had dessert, but I don't think I can because बहुत ज़्यादा मच्छर है. It's becoming unbearable to sit here. That concludes the end of my Karachi trip. I shall be heading back tomorrow, inshallah. If you want to check out my Karachi series, my vlogs in Karachi, my visit trip to Karachi, whatever, and you've missed out, so you can go and check out my very first video from Karachi when I landed here, right here.